Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for clicking. I'm Oni. So in my last video I shared with you guys how I struggled with low self-esteem and lack of confidence while I was growing up, and one of the things I did to get back my confidence and to have high self-esteem was by learning to love myself. I had to learn to love myself, and in this video I'm going to focus on what it means to love yourself, because everybody just generally knows that you need to love yourself, but some people don't even know what it means to love yourself. So in this video I'm going to talk about ways in which you can love yourself, like what it really means to love yourself. So keep watching. Recently the word self-love has become so popular, like people use it so much, both on social media and everywhere. You see captions like loving myself deeply, self-love, all this kind of thing. But actually, if you look at it critically, you understand that some people don't even know what it means to love themselves. They just like the caption, they just like the idea of using self-love, loving myself. They just love the idea of self-love, but they don't know what it means to actually love themselves. So self-love simply means treasuring yourself. Like when you love something, you treasure it, and when you treasure something, you know that it has value to you. So when you love yourself, that means yourself has value to you, and if something has value to you, you won't want to lose that thing. You will want to protect it with everything you have. That's just what it means to love yourself. And you can write all the captions in this world about self-love and post it on social media, or you can like recite all the self-love messages or whatever. But what matters most is how you see yourself. How do you see yourself? If you don't see yourself in a positive light, that means you don't love yourself, because you have to value yourself. When you value yourself, you know that you are important to you before even any other person. Like you have to love yourself. It's not like you won't love any other person, but it's from loving that you get to love others. It's from loving yourself that you get to love others. If you don't know how to love yourself, you won't know how to love the next person. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now, considering that, if you don't love yourself, how will you know how to love your neighbor? That's just it. Like you have to learn how to love yourself to be able to love the next person. And don't forget that loving yourself means treasuring yourself. So in this video I'm going to tell you ways in which you can love yourself, like in which you can actually love yourself, not by writing captions or by saying it out loud, or it's by actions, like by the things you do for yourself or the things you say to yourself. So one of the ways to treasure yourself is by appreciating yourself. Like appreciate who you are, appreciate your effort, appreciate all the little things about you. All those things that you think they don't matter, they actually do matter. So you need to appreciate yourself. Yeah, you need to keep telling yourself that you're doing well, that even if you don't meet your expectations, some people they set unrealistic expectations for themselves, and when they end up not getting to that goal, when they end up not hitting that goal they set for themselves, they become so depressed. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. You set a goal for yourself and end up not reaching that goal, you don't need to beat yourself up that, oh, why didn't I do this thing, or oh, why did you need to appreciate yourself for putting in effort, like the fact that you put in effort is something you need to appreciate yourself for. And then you encourage yourself that tomorrow we move again. Like you don't have to get everything the first time. There are things that you have to try like 3 times before it works for you. So if you set a target or you set a goal and you end up not achieving it, that's not a reason why you should not appreciate yourself. You should tell yourself that you did great, because deep down you know you really worked hard, but you just didn't meet the goal. Then you have to go back to the drawing board and come back again. That's just how it is. So one of the ways of loving yourself is by appreciating yourself. Tell yourself you're doing okay, you're doing perfectly fine. You don't have to measure your own success with someone else. Each and every one of us should have what success means to us. What success means to me does not necessarily mean that it's the same thing that success means to you. Like my own definition of success might be having a car or buying me a house, or like, you know all those things. And your own success might be having 10 million in your account. So all those kind of things, we are different people, so we have different definitions of success. You have to sit down and ask yourself, what does success means to you? And in that way you get to appreciate yourself, because you can, when you have your own definition of success, other people's definition of success won't affect you. Like they are crunching their own goals, they are getting whatever it is they plan to get or anything. Does not mean that you're not doing okay, does not mean that you're not doing, working hard, does not mean that you're not doing the right thing. A way of treasuring yourself is by keep feeling compassion towards yourself. Like, you know what it means to be compassionate. Like, for example, if you see someone suffering, or you see someone crying, you want to know, oh, what's wrong with you, is there any way I can help you? That's just the same way you should be for yourself. It's not when things are really hard for you, or when you're really stressed and you need to take a break, you now tell yourself that you've not done anything, so you don't deserve any break. No, the way you are compassionate towards others, that's the way you're supposed to be compassionate to yourself, or even more compassionate to yourself. So you need to learn to be compassionate, like towards yourself. It's not just towards others. You can't be good to every other person except yourself. If you're doing that, you're not loving yourself. You don't know what self-love means. Self-love means that thing you can do for every, like, you can go all out for every other person, but when it comes to you going all out for yourself, it becomes a problem. You start seeing reasons why you don't want to go all out for yourself. That's not loving yourself. So you have to learn to be compassionate towards yourself. Another way of loving yourself is to speak to yourself with empathy and kindness. Some people are so unkind to themselves. Like, you know you're going through a lot, instead of you to sit down and talk to yourself in a very nice manner, like the way you be kind to other people, you be so harsh on yourself. You need to stop being harsh on yourself. You need to be empathetic, not just towards others, towards your own self too. Some people are just so kind to every other person, but when it comes to your own turn, when you're breaking down, or when things are just very going really hard for you, instead of you to be kind to yourself, you just keep pushing yourself harder and harder, and you feel that you don't deserve to be kind to yourself. But if it's someone else, you will be so kind to that person, like you even want to carry the person's matter on your head. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be kind to yourself, you're supposed to be empathetic to yourself. So you need to learn how to be kind to yourself. And being kind to yourself entails, when you need a break, take that break. When you need to travel, travel if you have the money. When you need to sleep, sleep. You don't have to be awake trying to achieve that thing when you need to sleep. Like, when you need to do things for yourself, you do it. Do it. Like, that's how you can be kind to yourself. When you see something, that when you work really hard and you achieve something, and you feel like you need to get a present for yourself, get it for yourself. You deserve it, you worked for it. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not when you work really hard and it's time to get something for yourself, you be like, oh, I need to save for this one, I need to, yes, it's good to save, but sometimes you also need to spoil yourself. So buy that thing you want to buy if you have the money. If you deserve to take yourself out, you be like, oh, why would I go out? You don't do that thing for yourself. You deserve it, you deserve it, so you need to do it for yourself. Way of loving yourself is by being your own cheerleader. Like, everybody is not going to be your own cheerleader. For example, if you're going to take like a major task, or let me take for example, you want to start a business, and you expect everybody to come and tell you, hey, yes, you do yes, you do well, or yes. No, some people won't tell you. Some people will just be there watching you. They want to know how you will succeed, or how it will work for you. In that case, you don't need to wait for people to tell you, yes, you should do it, or no, you shouldn't do it. So far you have that conviction in your heart, you need to go for it. You need to tell yourself that you're going to do great in this field, you're going to do really great. Like, you need to cheer yourself up. You don't need to wait for others to cheer you, because if you keep waiting for others to cheer you, you're going to wait a really long time, because people might decide not to cheer you. Some people might be cheering you silently. Some people might not even notice that they need to cheer you. So all those things would, it will hinder you from doing that thing you want to do. So once you have the conviction of doing something, or once you want to do something, just cheer yourself. Once you cheer yourself, then every other thing will fall in place. You don't need to wait for people to tell you, yes, go ahead and do this thing, or go ahead and not do this, or don't do this thing, or you don't need to wait for people's validation or anything. You just need to have the conviction in your heart, and you need to work towards it. So long as you're doing, like, you have that conviction in your heart, and so long as you're telling yourself you're doing well, you see that in excel without even checking if people are supporting you, or because it's not everybody that will support your dreams. It's not everybody that is interested in your dreams. Even the people you think that love you so dearly, they might not even like understand that they need to cheer you, because everybody is busy with their lives. Everybody has something that they are working on, or something that worries them, or something they are taking care of. So it's not going to always be about you. That's why you need to take care of yourself. That's why you need to be your own cheerleader. That's why you need to be your own friend. So you need to be your own cheerleader. Other people can cheer you, but you need to be your number one cheerleader. Like, you need to cheer yourself. You need to tell yourself you're doing good, you're doing okay. Loving yourself is by surrounding yourself with honest and positive people. See, don't underestimate the value of honest and positive people in your life. Like, if you have honest people in your life, you'll be so calm. You'll be so, like, everything will not be chaos, because they'll give, like, if you're not doing something right, they'll give it to you straight up. They won't just start saying if you're trying to make a mistake, they'll call you back from your mistake. Or, like, you don't need people to have asked things for you. You don't need people to cover up telling you the truth or anything. Like, if you're going to do something, or if you need to do something and you're not you're looking at it from the emotional side, you need people that look at it from the critical side, like from the realistic side, and tell you that, see, this thing you want to do now, look at the pros and cons. Like, you need people that will be honest with you, people that will cheer you on. You need positive people that will tell you that everything is going to be fine. If you don't have this kind of, if the only people you have in your life are people that are dishonest, people that don't tell you the truth when you're going astray, people that can't even like have your back, people that don't have your back, you're in a really really big problem, honestly. Because you can't underestimate the value of positive and honest friends. Like, if you have a positive and honest friend in your life, better hold that person very tight, because it's very hard to come by. Honestly, it's very hard to come by. So you need to surround yourself with honest and positive people. Another way of loving yourself is by self-care. I call it self-care because self-care, you take out time and do what makes you happy. Like, you don't have to be working from Monday to Monday. Maybe during the weekends or on your day off, you can take out time, and if it's watching movies that make you happy, download a very good movie and watch. If it's sleeping or eating or anything at all that makes you happy, you need to take out time every now and then and do those things. All the toxic energy you acquire during the week, like all of them, you need to, I call it mind cleansing. You need to cleanse your mind. You need to like start afresh. Every week is a fresh start. Every day is a fresh start. You need to take care of yourself. There's this saying that everyone puts on their best mask, and few people remember this when they look around. To do your own thing, you need to like face your own lane, be on your own lane, like be on your own lane. Don't stop trying to switch sides because you feel that this person is doing better than you, or this person is doing more okay than you. You want to now switch sides. No, you have to be your own person. You have to learn how to be your own person. Everybody in this world has something they're struggling with. No, even the most perfect person you see online, or someone you see think that they have everything in this world, or something, someone you feel that has it all, that person does not have it all. That person has something that keeps them up awake in the night. So learn to love yourself. Learn to be your own cheerleader. Surround yourself with positive and honest people. Learn to be content. Learn to be kind to yourself. Guys, don't underestimate being kind. Like, learn to be kind to yourself. Just the way you're very kind to strangers, to others, to your friends, to your siblings, try being kind to yourself, and you see how it works out. Learn to appreciate yourself. Learn to attract all the positive energies to yourself. That way you want, like, you see the difference. You see the difference from just normal saying you love yourself, meanwhile you're not even appreciating yourself. You can't say you love yourself when you don't appreciate yourself. When you don't speak kindly to yourself, you don't love yourself. Hope you got one or two things from this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button and click the bell notification beside it so you get notification on when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.